Welcome to Joe Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, to all the wonderful and sexy Pinata Booney believers, it is March 22nd, 2025. Folks, it's been quite some time since Joe Booney and Joe Sports Channel has been live back on YouTube, but I'm finally back on with a wonderful guest. Folks, you see the title. The face of victory is here tonight, loud and clear. Anthony Tudino of the London Nationals. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back on air. So I apologize to all the viewers out there that were listening from coast to coast and all around the Middle East. John Bruschetto, where did you send the new link? I don't see it. Just give me a sec and I'll bring Anthony on. You know, always problems. Just give me one sec, Anthony. It's under John Bruschetto. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Anthony Tudino. Welcome aboard, Anthony.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. And I apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're back on air, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, no worries.
So, how are you feeling? Up 3-0 this series against Listowel, and can Joe Booney bring the broom on Wednesday at the Western Fair Sports Center?
Yeah, I think we, us the team, we feel pretty good. Obviously, heading to Game 4. Yeah, I think you should bring your broom. It's going to be a tough battle, but I'd bring it.
Okay, fair enough. We got a great first question from the Booney Believers. Anthony, your team is up 3-0 in this series against Listowel. What do you think has been the key to this domination so far in the series?
You got to give a lot of credit to our goalie, Cass. Like, he's obviously been our backbone pretty much all year. He just gives us a save when we need to save, and he's been doing that all series. So, obviously, if you watch the games, excuse me, you've seen the shot totals. So, he's obviously been on his game. And then I just think that us as a team, we've really come together, and we're playing a really good team game, and we're all bought in and kind of trusting what Prusty says, and really just buying in and playing as one, playing as a team. So it's been good.
The chemistry has been there too for you guys. I've noticed on the power play.
We're gelling too as well.
The chemistry has been there, and I've noticed like on power play, you guys are on point, and you guys are not passing. You got Pomerlof, you got Tudino, you got Lapine. You guys are shooting on cylinders, and you guys are scoring. But the one thing that I'm always concerned about, and when it comes down to that third period, I'm not downgrading you guys whatsoever. But when we're up 3-0, 4-0, we should never back down, because this is a Listowel team. If it wasn't for Rexstrom, we would be in a total different series. I'm not sure if you agree with that.
100%. I agree. I think
150 shots. Yeah.
Big message Prusty gave to us, like in between the second and third periods. Don't let your foot off the gas. Like, keep coming, because these guys are gonna come. They're gonna give us your best this period. So I think if that's one thing we can do to clean up, is really not let off the gas pedal, and like just keep going, keep playing, play a full 60. So.
And
we've
you
kind
did
of strived for that all year. Yeah, I thought
you did that. I thought the last game, because despite the the third period and the effort they had to come back, I noticed you played again solid defense and looking for opportunities, because like I said, in the first two games you had 55 shots, whereas it was down a bit, it was about 40 shots. So I noticed you played more defensive and then look for those opportunities to move up. So but you guys played a lot better in front of him and on the back end.
Yeah, no,
You're echoing.
Oh, yeah. It's just every now and then a little bit of just this like clicking sounds. It's like you're breaking up a bit.
Still.
Yeah, it's like a clicking sound, or I don't know.
Sometimes on the battery, if it's low, it'll do that when I'm working out.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, sometimes it's okay, and other times it just kind of cuts in and out.
Cut out.
Yeah, it's still going on.
It's okay. Yeah, there you go. It's okay now. I think it's okay now.
Okay now.
Yeah,
Okay, now, yeah.
perfect. There we go. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, but yeah, we're just I'm so proud of you guys. First year broadcast in the London Nationals. I knew nothing about Junior B, and I come in with a full of guys, full of energy, and have a former NHL player, former London National, comes in and puts a great team together, and just keep up the great work, man. I really believe that this team is the next level. I believe it's going to be a sweep, and I will bring my broom on Wednesday night. I'm going to be that cocky Joe Boone that will bring it.
Nice.
Hell, Rogers flow. It's going to be a sweep. But the one thing I want you to always understand is never down your grade yourself, never underestimate yourself, and keep believing. And Anthony, you're going to get better and better as a player, and maybe one day you'll hit the big leagues, my friend.
I hope.
That's one thing I was wondering. Are you? Is this your first year, or are you? What happens after this season for you? Do you come back to London, or do you look to move up? I mean, you're always looking to move up, I guess. But
well, no. Like I'm 20, so I'm done. Like I'm probably.
Oh,
done
you're really? Oh, I
after
didn't know
this
you were
year.
20 already.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was surprised. Even LePain, when they said 19, I thought, no, he's ready to go. He
Yeah.
said he's moving up to OHL, hopefully with the Knights
Yeah.
or to NCAA. So you're kind of in that same boat too, where hey, it's because as you know, the guys like Connor Bedard, I mean, they're 18, 19, they're already at the NHL, but you're looking to get to that OHL to get noticed so that you can get drafted, right?
Yeah, I'm too old for that. Like,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm 20. So
you're never old, buddy.
Line, I think.
It's hard to believe. It's funny saying I'm 20. I'm too old, right? But yeah, for in hockey terms, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Anthony? You might be 20, but sometimes you see these pro athletes start at the age 32, 33. Look at Shohei Ohtani. He started he started in his 30s Major League Baseball. So never credit yourself, but you know what? We're proud of you as a player, and keep showing up and score 2 goals on Wednesday. I know, John, you have this question you wanted to
I wasn't sure where we were on the questions anymore, but
we're all over the place.
I'm just firing them off because I remember what I wrote. Okay. Listable is known for its resilience. How do you keep the team from getting overconfident? Just like Joe was saying, the sweep in the room because they have a 3-0 lead, and like you said, they're a strong team. So how do you make sure you stay focused so you can close it out and not kind of open the door again for them?
Well, you have to respect them. Like, they won the league last year, so you obviously have to give them respect. And it's a 4th game against them, so you know what they're gonna bring, and like we know they're gonna keep coming no matter the score. So I just think that when we get leads, we just have to build off that, stay focused, like obviously be more disciplined, and just do all those little things because like. Listowel, they're a good team. You got to give them credit.
Yeah, Henderson's good. Burkett and Beneski. I mean, those are their key guys. Coombs, the captain. Yep.
Like, they're not going to stop. So I just think we have to really keep focused, stick to our game, and I think we'll be fine. But obviously they're going to come, so we know that we got to be ready. But like, I think we're also going to come at them, so we're not going to let our foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, and like you said, the whole key was you played solid defensive in your own end, but looking for those turnovers and opportunities to jump up. Like when they turn it over at the blue line, at the Nationals end, then just taking off and looking for those opportunities. I think that was the game winner goal. Pomerleau took off and he sealed it right in that top corner.
Exactly.
Even LePain, and boy, he shot that right over the shoulder. He only had about an inch, and boy, he sniped that corner. That was good.
Yeah. It's a good shot.
I think you were in on that too, weren't you? With his or pass or setting it up, the first goal?
LePain's, no, I wasn't on for that, no.
Okay. No, but you've been a big part of too, like setting up the plays and getting to the net. So, but like you said, it's one of those where it's you got to, look for the offensive opportunities, but still, you hustle back and shut the door on the back end.
Exactly.
It's always about discipline for the team all year, and I've noticed a discipline in the postseason the last 3 games, and the games have been really close. 4-2, 4-1, 6-4, very, very close games. And for you, Anthony, this series has highlighted your leadership both and off the ice. How do you motivate your teammates, especially in games where the pressure is the highest?
Well, just staying positive on the bench, like trying to keep positive with the guys. Like, don't get too down on guys. Like, guys are gonna make mistakes, stuff like that. Just try and keep a positive attitude on the bench. I mean, sometimes it's hard. I know you get frustrated, but you just gotta try and be as positive as you can. And yeah, it goes a long way, I think, in these big games.
Yeah, like I said, it's you're not, you got, sometimes you make mistakes. You're trying to get it out of the end, and sometimes they steal it and set up a play. But Kaz has been back there solid to
Yeah,
bail you out. But like you said, the key is to stay positive, stay focused, not get too frustrated as the game goes. And you guys have been doing a good job of that. And it's hard to stay positive too when you have the lead. So that obviously contributes to
yeah,
it, because it was tight there for a while. Was the last night was 1-0 and then 1-1. So it was
yeah,
it was tight. No, it was 3-0, but it was 1-0
yeah,
for the longest time before he got those two in the second. Say almost put it away, but even then, I said when you get that big lead, it's hard to not get. Hey, it's in the bag. We got it, right. So
yeah,
as you said, they've been resilient and still coming back. And I know Joe said the nail biter leaving the last minute, 3-2. They're knocking on the doorstep, right? So
yeah,
they're looking for that tying. And
Uh,
even the
yeah.
other night, in Wednesday night in the Western Fair, boy, it was a nail biter. The overtime. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
both sides had opportunities, back and forth action. So it's been exciting, for us to broadcast, but
yeah.
also to watch.
No, it's been a good series so far. All
what
close games.
Yeah, and just one goal here and there, and
Yeah,
that's always the difference.
Well, Listowel had their best game two, and I said, on Rogers
yeah,
Flow, if Listowel does not come up with that win, they're done.
Yeah, well,
And
they
then
were
you,
up
you
two to
just see
one.
it.
Yeah,
You just see, and then you see London come out in the third period, and then we go to overtime and then double overtime. I really thought we are going to go triple overtime. That's what it looked like. Obvious reasons, but you guys kept, firing on cylinders, and you kept shooting on the net. And I'm not a big fan. I'm going to say this live on public. I'm not a big fan of Arts. He's a guy that whacks. He's like a Dominic Hasek, just
he was like the
whacking.
Billy Smith and the crease.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
yeah,
you remember who he is, but he had a lot of stick work. He's getting the stick up and hacking the ankles, and yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not a big fan of goaltending that do that, but for obvious reasons, I've seen,
yeah,
kind of reminds me of, a little bit of Sean Avery when Sean Avery used to use a stick in front of Hasek and, used
yeah,
to get blast. So,
well,
it comes with discipline too from their side. But looking
yep,
at London and looking at going forward, I believe you guys will match up against Chatham or St. Mary's. I think you're that good. I think even last year's team is better this year, and you might disagree with me with that, but I
St.
believe
Mary's, I think.
I think this team has the team to go pretty much all the way and maybe win the cup.
yeah. No, I think we're really starting to believe that. I think at the beginning of the year we were kind of right up there in the standings, and then we kind of had a little bit of a hit in the second half of the schedule, I'd
Yeah,
say. But
probably
I
right
think
around
we're
the time when you got new players, and that's always tough when
yeah,
when you traded players. I mean, Hirsch went, and then you brought in Priddle and
yeah,
Clark and Belcamara. So yeah, it's always tricky because you're trying to figure out
yeah.
the lineups and the matches and who works well with who. And
Yeah, I think it took a bit for like everything to gel, everyone to
yeah,
gel with each other, but like I think that we're really starting to believe that like we can win, and I think it's showing. So I think we're all coming together at the right time, and I think that's what needs to happen when you want to go on a run. So,
yeah, even McSorley's been a nice addition to the lineup. He's been a big contributor physically and in scoring.
yeah,
That thing started again.
It's okay. The crackling.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit of crackling. It just kind of breaks in and out. But it's all right.
all
What's your
right,
next question, Joe?
This is actually your question you wrote
Oh, okay.
down. You know,
I think I was talking a little bit before we
yeah,
left or when Joe left. I was just saying I noticed on the power play you're back at the points, and I thought normally your offensive guys are right at the net. So I thought, is that something you like to do, or it's just maybe a good fit for you to be back at the point on those power plays?
yeah. It's I'll play wherever on the power play, I guess, but we've kind of rotated me down, like at the point and in front or low,
Yeah.
doing it all year. So it's nothing new. I don't mind it. It's good. We've been snapping around pretty good, so it's been all right.
Yeah, no, it's just interesting because I mean, normally Doyle and Kopchak are back there, or even
Yeah.
Leaf. So I mean, those guys. I've noticed you got a good defensive pairing too with your offensive defenseman and then the
Yeah.
defensive guy, right? So, yeah, between Doyle and Kopchak, and then so it just was interesting to see you back at the point on the power play. I was like, oh, maybe something you like doing, or just again trying to get out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. It's good.
Yeah.
Question to ask Anthony, and it just came to the blue. And I'm looking at the whole list, the whole roster. Who is your favorite London National player of all time? This year.
All
Of
time.
all time?
Of this year.
Of
this year.
You got a couple of national guys that are watching.
Yeah, I don't.
That stuff. You're putting them on the hot seat there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I know.
I guess who are your buddies? Who do you like to hang out with? Maybe off the ice or on the ice, or
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. Me, Cop, Pridge, Moff. Obviously, the Pridge and Moff from Sarnia, and then like McSorley. We hang out a good amount. So
nice.
Baldwin, all those. Like I don't know. We got a big group of guys that.
Well, that's the other part.
Like all those guys.
Yeah, you've got good camaraderie amongst the team. That helps for success too.
Yeah, no, I think we had a good room, so it helps a lot too. We're all really close.
Yeah, and that was one of my other questions. What do you like to do off the ice, like away from the rink, when you got your kind of your free time? What are some things that Anthony likes to do?
Well, like most of the guys you just need, we like to play poker, so we play poker together. We've been doing that a lot lately. Yeah. I don't know, just doing stuff with the guys, honestly, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Socializing, doing things.
Nice. And of course, like I said, I noticed you're Michigan State, so you love watching other sports too, like the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I big basketball. Well, not that big football guy.
Oh, nice.
Love golf, and yeah, I guess I used to play basketball. I don't watch it that much anymore, but I like college basketball. Not a big NBA guy anymore.
A lot of people aren't.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard to watch the Raptors and Pistons, but actually the Pistons have been doing well of late. So
I love to see, I enjoy watching Bronny James and LeBron. It's a good combo right there.
It's nice to see father and son combo.
Yeah, it's cool, but I hate LeBron.
Speaking of father and son combo,
I hate LeBron.
You don't like LeBron?
I'm a Jordan guy.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Hard to go wrong there.
Now we're really talking. Okay. You don't like LeBron, but do you respect LeBron?
I don't respect him.
Jesus,
at all.
You're one of those. You're one of those guys. Everything that he's put on the table.
Me and Joe usually have those conversations. I like Jordan too, but he's a LeBron guy. So.
Yeah, no, I'm a Jordan all the way.
Okay, you can love Jordan, you can respect Jordan, you can do anything, you can admire Jordan.
Nobody likes Jordan.
At least respect the guy for what he's done on the field. I mean, on the court. That's the one thing.
No. I can't respect LeBron.
You would get along with my brother. You would. Oh my God, you guys would go for a beer. Okay, I swear. I thought you were a LeBron fan. You look like a LeBron fan. You got that swag on,
Jordan.
Jesus. I love Jordan too. I never watched Jordan.
Nobody like him. Yeah.
Guy.
Right, Joe, what else?
Guy has the most points in NBA and doesn't like him or respect him. Jesus.
That's almost like a Gretzky Ovechkin conversation that me and Joe usually have too.
Wow, that's an era of, you can't even compare those two eras, like Ovechkin.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's the same with Jordan and LeBron. It's different eras, right? I still like Luka. He's on the Lakers now. But
yeah, I like Luka. I'm mad with LeBron.
Yeah, well,
but it is what it is.
You know who I like too? I like Luka Boroga. I love that guy too.
Yeah,
too. My favorite. Anthony, this came up to my mind. What's after hockey? Are you going to try to go to the next level, or are you kind of just going to step away from the game after this year?
Probably step away. I think I'm just going to go to school and get my life started, I guess you can say, after hockey. So yeah.
What's your kind of career choice? You going to get into broadcasting or anything like that, or what are
M-
your
Maybe, you never know. But I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna try and become a cop. So should
police
be
officer?
interesting.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've got a few friends that are police officers, so
Yeah,
I can
perfect.
definitely steer you there if you want to talk to, unless you got some other connections too.
Yeah, no, there we go.
No, man, I really enjoy your hockey, and whatever you do after your hockey life, I will support you no matter what. I know we always talk at the rink, and
Yeah,
I enjoy your playing time. You really do. You
yeah.
know,
Maybe
I
you can
talk.
bring
Well,
them out
thank
to
you.
play ball hockey with the boys. Some of them are
Or,
police officers.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I usually we play ball hockey Wednesday nights with some of the boys, but
nice.
we're an older group. We're more like 30, 30 and 40. So
I
I'm
do have one last question, if you don't mind,
Yeah, go
for
ahead.
you, Anthony. What's your relationship with Brendan Prest on the ice and off the ice? How's the relationship with you guys?
I think we got a good relationship. I think it's an all relationship, but I think definitely on the ice, he if he needs to tell me something, he will. And then off the ice, I think we get along pretty good. So it's been fun getting to know him, and definitely gonna cherish it.
Yeah, to get out to his studio there. He's out in Hyde Park there. He's got the fitness gym and
Yeah, he used to drag me there, but yeah, I make it there some days.
yeah, I know. It's he's got a great studio, but yeah, they're
Yeah,
pretty intense there. It's like for me, it's like okay, that's too intense for me, man. But I'm not an athlete at this point,
yeah,
so I just enjoy the sports and watching it.
yeah.
I do, and I'm gonna cherish every moment that I've had you on the show, and I look forward to see you on Wednesday, man. Keep up the drive. I want that cup before you become a cop, man. Get that cup before becoming a cop. That you should write that down every cup before cop, and we'll see the success.
Yeah. I
All
I
right,
love,
well.
I love that.
You got any more questions, John? Before we
No, I was just gonna say, great having you. Appreciate it. I mean, fellow Italian here, he's got to be great. I'll enjoy watching you on the ice. So it's just nice to have a chance to talk. Because I mean, we see you at the arena, but I try not to bother you guys because I know you're trying to get into the mindset and get ready for the game. But it's just great having you on Joe Sports Channel.
is
Keep
echoing again.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's just a little bit of crackling. That's all right.
Sometimes Bluetooths do that.
Okay, well,
Okay, Anthony. But again, thanks so much.
Yeah,
And you pissed me off a little bit that you don't respect LeBron, but I still love you. Okay, I still love you, man.
hey, that's always the sports questions, right? Me and Joe always have the Ovechkin Gretzky talk, and that's kind of
yeah,
like the LeBron and Jordan. But I love Jordan. He was phenomenal. I enjoyed watching him, and
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I don't always love LeBron, but I respect what he's done for the game and the talent
yeah,
at this new because they're always that's the thing in any sport. They're like, who's the next guy, right? It's Connor McDavid. Well, no, now it's Connor Bedard. Now it's the next guy, right? So there's always the next guy, right? So
yep.
and even who's the guy out in the San Jose, the Sharks that just got drafted this year?
Celebrini.
Celebrini, yeah. So he's,
Yeah,
so
he's good.
I said, boy, I'm thinking these guys are only 18, 19, 20 years old, right? And then that's like the weight is the franchise, is already on their shoulders. So
I
I'm thinking,
know, it's
looking at you,
crazy.
how would that feel if you had the franchise on your
Oh,
shoulders and they're
you-
expecting you to be the
oh,
next
these are-
Gretzky or the next, the superstar? So that's tough, I think.
For sure. Anthony, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you Wednesday. Go kick some ass, and I'll get an autograph from you right here on Wednesday, buddy.
All right.
You know?
Have a good night,
Yeah.
Anthony.
There we go. Oh yeah, thank you. Sorry, I was muted. Thanks for having me. I had a blast.
All
Anytime,
right.
man.
Appreciate your time.
All
Go
right.
Michigan, right?
Yeah, go Michigan.
They got Auburn next. Going to be tough.
Yeah, I know it will be, but go blue.
Go Blue. Take care, buddy.
Alrighty. See you guys
See you, man.
Wednesday.
See
All
you,
right.
buddy.
See you guys.
Anthony Tudino. Wow. I would, to be honest with you, John, I thought Anthony was like 16, 17 years old.
I
I
did
thought
too. I
he's
thought it was
older
his
than
first or
LePay.
second.
I couldn't
So he's
believe it.
actually older than LePay. So that really surprised me. I mean, he doesn't look 20. So I mean, it's not about maturity. It's just again, but he, again, you can see he has a presence on the ice like LePay. So great to have him on. And boy, you
Yeah.
almost feel for the guy. He said, I say at 20 years old, you're washed up, for your NHL career. But
I don't. You know what? I really enjoy his hockey style. I think he's a great player on the ice. I think
I think he can
suits
still, yeah,
he suits London, and for a guy saying that he's gonna become a cop, that's incredible. But your dream was to become an NHL star, to come to this level, and then a lot of these guys don't make it. But at the end of the day, that at least they tried to
Yeah.
where they want to belong, and they're always welcome on here. That's why I enjoy bringing these players. They might not be NHL stars, but they're guys that we follow and that we watch every Wednesday and that we study. And I enjoy players like
Yeah,
that a lot.
well, it's a dream, right? Even for me, when little Johnny B. Good was going, that was my dream to be an NHLer. But as you go on, as you get to your teens, you said, okay, it's a wonderful dream. But I just enjoy the sport, enjoy the game, and like I said, just getting out with the guys. But to get to that, those next levels is you realize how hard it is, and that's where you appreciate the talent of a LaPayne or a Tudino and what they bring. Again, I think they are talented. To me, he could go to the possibly to the Knights or play
To touch on the
somewhere
pain, I think
for a
too.
team. Yeah.
I think too, and we're gonna have Weckstrom next on our show in the next
Oh,
week.
that would be phenomenal. And
Yeah.
give him some rest. The poor guy's been beaten 150.
I wrote him a message. I says, man, I feel for
Michelin
you.
man.
Congratulations, over 150 shots plus. And I was saying to myself, this is a great opportunity to talk to Brandon Prust maybe on Tuesday when just give him some advice that if I was the coach, I would want to rest one of my.
I don't know if we're in a
goalies.
position to give him advice, but
Hey,
you can give him your thoughts. But yeah,
I'll give him some advice.
he's got NHL experience.
Well, it's not that.
We're low level, but yeah.
It's not the low level. It's for Weckstrom, man. If we're going to be playing St. Mary's or Chatham, at least give Wilson that positive. Give him that one game. Makes him feel that he's part of the team. And to have Wilson, I think Wilson's incredible too. Just Weckstrom has been the number one star, the number one goalie. But I think Weckstrom can steal a game at the Western Fair Sports, and that would make a goalie feel so good going there and sweeping them, and a backup goalie. So that'd be great if we'd see Wilson.
Yeah, and again, I mean, there's emotion. I mean, yeah, the Wilson, but that's the thing. Do you shut the door and finish the series, or do you kind of, I don't know. As I said, I mean, those are coaching. Those are things they talk about. Those are coaching decisions, and they have the expertise and the knowledge. And I'm sure they talk to the kids too before. Talk to Weckstrom and Wilson. Say, hey, how you feeling? I mean, they got 4 days off now, so surely he'll be rested for the game. And if they do finish off the series, they'll have a bit of a break again. So
I know if I was the coach, I would want to give my my star players a rest and make somebody feel good that had an incredible regular season run. So again, I'm not the coach, but
no, I know. I mean, those are things you do in the regular season. Again, especially got back-to-back games, but playoffs is a whole different animal, right? So, but yeah, like I said, now they've got a 4-day rest and 4-day break, and that's one thing I was talking to Tudino about. Say, how, do you like this? Would you rather keep going and have just 2 days off and keep rolling, or to get a 4-day rest? Is it too much? Or
yeah. Anyways, it was a good show. Good questions that we came up with the last minute. I wanted to get him on. I was supposed to have him on a few days ago, but my grandfather was in the hospital, so I didn't want to bail him out again.
Okay, he's doing okay. Your grandfather?
Yeah, he's been there for over 2 weeks. He collapsed, fell.
Sounds like my dad. The same thing happened to him.
Yeah, he has dialysis. He had a kidney transplant, and then that didn't go so well. And he's just
same thing with my
sad,
dad.
It's sad because I used to live with my grandparents, and I learned my culture, and I learned my religion from him, and he's the one that took me back home and got me married and everything. And it's just when you see somebody that you grew up for so long, and then you see them they're falling. It's really, really heartbreaking. Like, it's really sad.
I mean, I went through that with my grandfather, and now kind of going through that with my dad. He's at the same point, same age, so it's scary because you think, well, and that's why every day is important. Every day of your life, right? Never take anything for granted. Give you what the good Lord gives you, and just be grateful and make the most of every day.
Absolutely, John. And I'm very grateful that I continue on working with you, every Wednesdays, and we travel, and I get to see you all the time, and you got an incredible family. Seriously, I have a lot of respect for you and your wife and your kids, and you've shown me respect, and you've welcomed me into your lovely God home, and you're always welcome here, no matter what.
Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate being part of the show. You're doing a great job, and
Thank
same
you.
with you. You've still got a bright future,
I
lots
do.
lots of years ahead. So,
I do. I'm learning from you, and you're giving me heart attacks before even trying to get to the age of 30. Like your commentator the other day, I watched it. You seriously made me more nervous listening to your damn voice than watching actually the game. I couldn't even look
uh,
at the ice. I
uh,
couldn't. I couldn't.
that's what makes it fun, right? That's what a broadcast is. You got to put the audience at the edge of the. Oh my God!
I know.
Like,
And then you were
that's the
saying there's
intensity of the.
only
That's
you were
the
saying there was only
broadcasting.
15 seconds, and you was 10. Like you would go by seconds. There's 9, and then 8. You were getting under my skin, man. It was like
Uh,
the nitty
yeah,
gritty, you know.
that's
But
what a broadcaster does. Right?
it was fun. It was really fun, and
You got to keep the audience on the edge. You got to grab them, keep on the edge of their seat, right? So
it was good. You did a great job, and we both worked good together, you know.
there we go.
So I like the shirt, by the way. Looks really good on
Yeah,
you.
I know. I just put it on. I just ended up. I forgot. Oh, hey, Blue works with the Nationals for the show tonight. So,
For sure. What are you doing for the rest of the night?
well, I got some work in the business to do with lightning in a bottle. So I gotta catch up some messages and emails and generate some business cards for one of the other team that does
Yes,
their karaoke. So,
perfect. Yeah, I need some business cards
oh, you
too,
want some too? Okay.
and I wouldn't mind having on the side, broadcaster host Joe Booney, and then under like London Nationals. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, kind of send me a little bit of what you like, or just kind of put together. Here's what I'd like to see on the card, and then I'll kind of try to draft something up.
Okay, I'll do.
Because I can do front and back, right? So this is where you can have like, okay, the front usually have your name, Joe Booney, this your phone number or email or website or whatever, and then the back you can have like I think you've seen mine like whatever lightning in a
I
bottle.
like,
So
and I like the one actually with your picture on it, your real business, like the real business one.
again, everybody's different. Personally, I like because I don't know about you, but I've got a shoebox full of business cards. When I look at them, like some of the names, like I forget this, but when I see the face, oh, it clicks, right?
Face.
I'm a visual. I need if I see the person's face, it remembers more, and then I remember the conversation. I kind of triggers, right? So that's what I want when I give somebody. I want them to remember me and the conversation we had. So
Yeah, no, we'll do that.
otherwise, you're just another card in a pile, right? So.
Yeah, it might be a little bit more money, but it's worth it.
No, actually, it's not that much more. So, like I said,
No.
I'd rather pay even a few bucks more just to have the picture, and it makes the card that much more. So with the logo and oh,
Rita,
give
remember
yourself a
Rita?
pleasure. Yes, Rita's still on. Are we still live?
We're still alive. Yeah, we're
Oh, we're
still
still
alive.
live. I thought we were on the back
No,
back
no,
room.
no, no. We're
All
still
right.
alive.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? There you go. Is a question
I think
for
that was
Joe.
for I think that was for Anthony. For let's see, myself in 5 years.
No, Joe. Where's Joe going to be in 5 years? Is
That's
he
a
going to
good
be
question.
doing Joe's Sports Channel still? Is he going to be
I think
what's ahead?
I think I always do this no matter what. If it stays here, or if I go to the next level, go back to school. But myself in 5 years, I think in 5 years I'll have 3 kids and a really, really consistent, good job, and have a good family that I support, and have Johnny Be Good still give me heart attacks with 10 seconds on the clock. Yeah,
That's the fun of it all.
I appreciate that, Rita. But yes, guys, we're running out of time. I really believe that we're going to have a good show with Wexstream coming up in the next couple of weeks. And we shall see you Wednesday at the Western Fair Sports Center. So thanks, guys, so much for the support. Much love. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and share. Because once you share, we get more followers. And then we're going to have a trivia night coming up within the next 5 days. So thanks,
Ooh,
guys,
that'll be
so
exciting.
much. We're going to have some really good people. Maybe even try to bring on Jack Armstrong for one of the trivia questions.
Well, there you go. Especially during the March Madness NCAA tournament and the NBA, getting there, they're close to the playoffs. So,
For sure. So thanks, guys, so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. God bless.
all right, God bless.